The life sentence was handed down to the Pearl St. Andrew resident by High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Thursday. Kelly Daniel had pleaded guilty to causing the death of 79-year-old British Grenadian national John Merchant. Merchant was attacked with a cutlass and mutilated during an early morning altercation at his home in Pearl St. Andrew on February 12, 2022. The two had been involved in a verbal altercation for some days prior to the killing over some money that the now deceased man owed to Daniel. During Thursday's sentencing, Daniel, who is known to provide landscaping services to the deceased man, stood in the prisoner's dock and apologized to the grieving family for his actions. He said, and I quote, "I want to apologize for what I did to Mr. Merchant and his family. It wasn't intentional, and I am very sorry." End quote. Daniel, who has 6 previous convictions, had also begged the court for mercy and an opportunity to return into society. However, in handing down the sentence, the court noted the serious nature of the offense and concluded that he was likely to commit other serious offenses and be a danger to society based on information emanating from his psychiatric evaluation. Daniel's attorney, Jerry Edwin, who had expressed concern about his client's mental awareness, commented on the sentence handed down.
The original sentence was 32 years. And the court reduced it to 20 years. But then, applying the principles of dangerousness. Now, when one is found to be dangerous, regardless of the sentence which the court gives, under law, the court is permitted to enhance that sentence. So although Kelly was initially given a sentence of 22 years, the court applied the principle of dangerousness, meaning that he is a danger to society. And thereafter, the court was permitted by law to give a life sentence.
Attorney Edwin says there are no immediate plans to appeal against the sentence.
The Mercy Committee at the prison is permitted to review the sentence after 15 or so years to determine whether he can be released from that life sentence. And you recall the case of the Grenada 17, who were themselves sentenced to life in prison. The Mercy Committee met and they released the Grenada 17. Similarly, we could have a case here. Kelly Daniels, having been given a life sentence, after a certain passage of time, then the Mercy Committee will then review his sentence.
The decapitated head of the deceased John Merchant was found in a bucket in the bathroom of his house, along with other severed parts of his body, which were recovered inside a brown shopping bag. Other dismembered body parts were recovered in the nearby Dunfermline River. As part of the conditions attached to the sentence handed down to Daniel, he was ordered to receive cognitive behavioral therapy with focus on anger management, reality group therapy, and psychotherapy. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.